What's going on, Kensal alumni? Smitty and Bailey here. We just wanted to reach out and try to make a connection with some of you. Hard to believe we've been here for 14 years, and we just wanted to share some memories about the great things that we've been doing on the Hill, and we want to learn a little bit more about what you're doing as well. So hopefully, one, you're coming to Reunion and you stay connected, but Kents Hill has been such an amazing place for us, not only to work and to teach, but also to continue growing our family, as so many of you know, as you've seen over the years. So I would have to say one of my most vivid memories is one night when we were living in Davis. Mason had woken up in the middle of the night, and it was kind of in the senior prank season, and I was rocking him in the window, keeping my eye out on the backyard to make sure that kids weren't up to anything. And all of a sudden I saw the screen of the closest quad to our back bedroom pop open and fall to the ground. And so I stood very quietly, trying to rock Mason back to sleep. And out I see two legs and Drew Summerhoff drop onto the ground with Luke Dragonetti slowly crawling out behind him, at which point I yelled out the window. I was like, "Drew, what are you doing?" And where he looked up at me and he just kind of put his hands up and went, "You know what? I didn't want to do this anyway. I'm going back to bed." So that's one of my most vivid memories. Babe, what about you?
My favorite memory is coming home from the hospital with our youngest daughter, and Nelkis and Adam Rudolph had decorated the entire house to welcome home the new husky. That was one of my favorites.
I mean, there's so many amazing interactions that we've had with students, some of them not so great. I remember advisory dinner once in the Old Commons where O'Shea Bell and Cam Dow and Elijah Roberts and Kevin Smith were all egging Ethan on, who was like 4 or 5 at the time, and he had an entire cupcake in his hand. And O'Shea and Cam looked at him and they said, "I bet you can't fit that whole thing in your mouth." And Ethan looked at me and he looked back at Cam and O'Shea, who were like, "Do it, do it." And I was like, "Ethan, do not do that." And I looked at Cam and O'Shea and I said, "Can you please stop?" And they were like, "Do it." So Ethan looked at the cupcake, looked at me, looked at them, and just jammed the whole thing in his mouth. And he knew immediately that I was not pleased, while I laughed hysterically at the fact that he had jammed a whole cupcake into his mouth.
So they did get our kids into mischief, but some of our best babysitters, by far. I remember this one time, we came home from going to the grocery store, and there was a note on our door, and PJ had put a note for Mason to come over for a play date, and he let him pick out the PS4 game that they played almost all afternoon. Those memories are so special to us and our kids.
There's just so much that we cherish from having lived in the dorm and the experiences that we've had with, curfew burgers and cookouts and being on duty late in the dorm and hanging out with Potsy and Ian and Danik and Felix and all those guys and watching random documentaries about, Kurt Cobain and horror movies, and just when for some reason you were all sleeping in the quad together for like 3 weeks on end. It's really great to see that we've had such an impact on you, but also to let you know that you've had such a huge impact on us and our family. So we're really excited to hear about, your engagements, your job successes, marriages, babies, whatever exciting things are happening in your lives. We want to know about those just as much as you want to know what's going on with us. So we really look forward to seeing you at Reunion and hearing about what's going on and letting you know that, Kents Hill continues to move forward and try to do great things every day. We miss you all, and we can't wait to see you hopefully soon.
We miss you.